I will fight for you. I always do until my heart is black and blue. And I will stay with you. We'll make it to the other side like lovers do. I'll reach my hands out in the dark and wait for yours too, until I can wait for you. I'll wait for you. 'Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath, even when they say there's nothing left, so don't give up on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes, I'm not going down that easily. So don't give up on me. Now I'll hold on to you. No matter what this world throws, it won't shake me loose. I'll reach my hands out in the dark and wait for yours too, until I can wait for you. I'll wait for you. 'Cause I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath, even when they say there's nothing left, so don't give up on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes, I'm not going down that easily. So don't give up on me. I will fight for you. I always do until my heart is black
Want
and
to hear
blue.
your story of how you got into the sky? Hit us up. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central. We'll share your story. Happy Wednesday. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Jade.
Who do we have in here? Imposter Eric?
Imposter must be.
I guess.
Haven't seen him in a while.
I know. What's up with that, Eric?
Been busy.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining in tonight. I'm hoping I can handle it. I'm hoping Eric can handle it. Deweese and Gata are here for backup. And please be nice. Just because we are putting it out there because we don't want this to happen to you. I thought I was pretty slow at setting up and looking everything over from what I was taught, and I missed something. I missed something drastic, and you all, I think, that are here know what happened, and so we're gonna talk about it, and Eric's gonna I think go through maybe a little bit frame by frame on what actually happened. So Eric, you want to take it away?
Yeah. First, there's a few people in the chat. Say hi to. Of course, Sean and Haley are in there, and
Oh yeah,
friends of ours that live here in town. Haley's an A&P mechanic out in Oshkosh. So hey, and then there were a few other, Kelby, Bill, Linda, of course. But there was one in here. Let's see. Wendy. I don't know. But if I didn't say your name, I'm not leaving you out or anything. I got a few screens open. So, anyways, well, we want to talk about the accident, the events that led up to the accident, the things that we've learned about the accident. And I think the biggest thing is how to prevent this accident from ever happening to anybody. So this kind of started on Memorial Weekend, a week prior to the accident. Jade and I, every year, we go up to the Torchport Fly-In, which is in the northern part of southern Michigan. I don't know how to say that. It's south of the Mackinac Bridge, and that's where we always take Linda, Paramom. We always take her for her tandems. So Jade and I have been going to that fly-in ever since it started. And I think, is this number 3 or number 4 here?
I think this was the third.
This was the third, okay. But if anybody ever gets to go to that fly-in, it is a lot of fun. It is very beautiful. So we were at the fly-in, and I go and I do tandems with, let's see, Alexis Guatana is there doing tandems.
Justin Fox.
Justin Fox is doing tandems, and the other guy that owns the store there. I'm drawing blanks. But anyways, so there's 3 different tandems that are going on all the time when it's flyable, and we are busy, and we all do it for a charity event. So we do this because the owner of the airport does a lot of, I guess you would say, homeless.
Yeah.
Stuff with the homeless down in the southern part of Michigan. And all the money that we raise doing the tandems, we donate back to Tim Bass, and Tim will put that towards his charity. So
Tim
and Tracy, of course. Yeah. So we were all doing tandems, and at that time Jade would help me do tandems and get people set up or whatever. And then Jade's like, you know what, I'm gonna go fly. And I said, okay, I got this. And I was busy doing tandems. And Jade, I think you took off and you flew around, and then you landed, and you were having a little bit of issues always pulling to the right. And Jade came up to me and asked, hey, do you have a tape measure? And I'm like, yeah, I can find you one. So I quickly, in between tandems, I grabbed a tape measure and I handed it to Jade. And Jade was working with somebody else trying to look at the A assist on her trike. I wandered over there and I just saw that they were measuring things up, and I just, okay, I got to go. I still have tandems to do. And I really do like taking the people up on the tandems because they get experience flight, and also because they enjoy it and I also enjoy it. So I was excited to get back to doing tandems. Um, and then all of a sudden I was up with a tandem and I saw Jade's wing come up, and I figured she's flying. And then all of a sudden Jade came down and landed. So I do see a question. A assist. James wants to know what A assist is. On tandems that are dedicated, on trikes that are dedicated trikes, we're not talking about these bolt-on things. We're talking about a dedicated trike where you don't pull the engine off and foot launch. You just strictly, it's made for trikes only, or yeah, trikes. Anyways, so the A assist basically takes the place of your thumbs when you're a foot launcher, so you don't have to hold your A lines. Now, on a lot of these trikes, you don't even need to have those A assists or anything, because you have enough power behind you to bring that wing up even without using the A assist. But it's just so much easier on your frame, having the A assist, because then that's not a lot of pressure on the actual frame of the hoop. I don't think people understand how the A assists work. But when you have a trike, if you don't use the A assist, it can put a lot of pressure on the outside of the hoop where the lines are and where we have what's called line holders. And that can actually squeeze your hoop into an oval, and the prop can hit your lines. So we use the A assist kind of like the foot launchers use, holding their A's with their thumbs to get that wing to kind of get up a little easier. And then, of course, you guys let go of your A assists, and we don't have them in our hands to let go. But the A assists don't need to have a lot of tension on them when the wing is behind you. On A assist, you should only have to pull your A line forward to hit your A assist about 2 inches. That's all it needs. It doesn't need to have 6 inches or anything like that. So that's what A assist does. It's one thing that allows us to not worry about holding the A's. And the reason we don't want to hold the A's is because we sit too low in these trikes. We have a very low center of gravity, and it would literally pull your arms back. So, yeah, dedicated trikes do have A assist. But anyways, so I saw Jade take off. She flew. She stayed in the pattern, landed, and that was it. And we were getting done with our tandems for the weekend. I think it was Sunday. And we packed up the trailer and we decided to stay the night. And we went home from Michigan on Monday. And when we came back, we took all of our gear out to the hangar. We put it in the hangar, and then we left. The next weekend, a buddy of ours named Dan, and he lives probably 30 minutes south of us. He asked, "Hey, would you be interested in tying in my steering toggles?" So I'm like, yeah, we could meet probably Sunday. Why don't we meet about, I think it was 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And this was the 4th?
Yes.
I do believe.
About 7 a.m.
I'm hearing an echo.
7 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah. Deweese or Gata, could you guys mute? I hear an echo. I don't hear it now. But anyways, so on the 5th, was it the 5th? 4th? On the 4th, Jade and I decided to go out to the airport, and Dan happened to be flying because it was a beautiful day. Very calm winds. And I know Jade likes calm winds, and Dan landed right when we got to the airport. And I heard Jade say, "Hey, you know, how's the weather?" And Dan said it's smooth. And Jade decided at that point, I'm going to go fly. Well, Jade has hundreds of hours on her engine. Who knows how many flights? And, you know, for me not to have to watch over Jade, you know, you never think Jade's got this. And Jade always tools all the way down to the other end of the airport, opposite of where our hangar is, because there's a huge open field. And that runs parallel with our asphalt runway. So Jade likes to go down there and play. And I'm like, okay. And so Dan and I were working. And I guess that's when everything started. So do you want to play your video? You're on mute, Jade.
I have to see if I have the right one first.
Okay. Well, anyways, looking at that. So when I think it's Jade, you're the one that's echoing. So when Jade was setting up, we set up our risers through our bars that we have and hook those up. And then we set our ASS up, and those get hooked to the A lines. And then we run those through everything through our, what we call line holders. And that just keeps the lines from laying on the ground at where the hoop is. It keeps them halfway up the hoop. And so we went ahead, and what Jade does and what I do is we will pull the wing back so it's directly behind us and bunch it up and get ready to power on and go for a flight. So that's what Jade did. And this is kind of the beginning of it. Now, Jade had this camera and a 360 camera on her machine at the time. And this camera, I did not know did video. When I pulled up the footage, I thought it just did still shots. And so I didn't know there was a video. And Jade found this video after she got done with at the hospital. A month later, she found the video. So, do you have it? Yeah, on mute.
I have the one with sound where I cut it off.
Okay.
Can you get
You have the one
with sound that cuts off? Right
Okay,
before
why
the-
don't you go ahead and just play that one?
Give me 1 second, guys. Also, if you can make a comment in the chat, because I have the name prize going.
You know, we keep saying you have the one with no sound. We have a couple of videos. It's the same video, but I made her cut it short because I didn't want people to hear her when she was going down, and also I didn't want to see much of the crap.
I gotta find it first. It's like not.
Yes, Karen, I know mine is echoing. I think Jade has too many windows open.
Mine is.
I hear echoing with you.
I got lots of windows. Sorry, I'm trying to close them too. I'm sorry.
No, Bill, I'm in the other end of the house.
It's the one. If I can pull it up. And with no sound, just all of a sudden. Why?
Is there a way I can share things?
Yeah, I go pull up the video that I showed you last night. You saved it in your remote.
Yeah, I have it.
Why is it just black? I don't know if that's because I tried to deleting stuff today after I did the intro or what. Remember, go to
Here, let's try
settings.
this. Oh, that didn't work. Can you see that?
We can see it.
Okay. Can you go on mute, Jade?
Yep.
So I'm going to play the video and then I'll go back and kind of go through things. But this one has no sound. And I kind of want, or maybe I'll stop it in between, but
Maybe just play it all the way through first and see if people can pick anything up.
now you can see that she's pulling way to the left at this point. Because you can see her left arm is down quite a bit. But I'm going to stop it right here. Well, so you can see where the trees are down below, and these, how far up she is. And there she just waved to us in the hangar, or Dan, because Dan was outside of the hangar watching her. But this is where, you know, she was trying to figure things out of what's kind of going on. You know, making sure everything's pulled in and set where it's supposed to be. And then she lets off on the gas right here. And this is when things went bad. And you can see how far over she was. And that's it. So I want to go back to right here. can you guys see my cursor or no? I can't. Jade, do you see my cursor moving around on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
I see her
So
cursor.
if you look on her wing, if you look at her wing right here, you're seeing that something's going on. The other thing, and I'll show you. There you can see it. Just, it's real pronounced. But a big thing is when she's flying, it's kind of hard to tell, but right here is one of her A assists. And right here is her A assist. These should be loose. Absolutely no pressure on these A assist lines that are hooked up to the front of the wing, your A lines. Even if you let off on the gas of the trike and it swings forward, you don't want any pressure on here at all. It's just too much for the wing. So the other thing I want you to look at is all these lines in the back, if you got a clear picture of them. Over here, they're kind of cleaned up, and over here, there's a mess going on. What happened is this is a MacPara Charger wing, and MacPara puts 2 sets of pulleys in for your brake toggle lines for different hang points. So if you had a high hang point unit, you would use the lower pulleys. If you have a low hang point, you would use your upper pulleys. Well, so you have a pulley that's just not being used. That is right below the pulley that it's ran through. And I have a picture of that Jade will show you. But what happened was a C line, when she laid everything out, one of the C lines got wrapped around the pulley and went back. Well, so, okay, the C line's not going to make this wing do what it did. But the combination of your A's being so tight already has stopped the angle of attack of the wing from grabbing a lot of air. The other thing is with the C line being wrapped around that pulley, those two things are basically not stalling out the wing, but putting it at an angle of attack that it's not wanting to fly. And then you have an increased angle of attack on the left side that wants it to fly. And that's why she went into the spiral. So I'll just continue. We'll just play it again and you can kind of see what happens. And it's real pronounced when she lets off on the gas, because at that point, the trike swings forward, puts a lot of pressure on those A lines. You can see these A assists just tight as can be.
Eric, do you have your phone with you?
I do.
Sure that you sent me, you're gonna have to.
So there was no frontal collapse. There was nothing like that. See, she's off on the gas. Right here. And you can see where these things are tight, pulling down. I'm going to stop that. Now I got to stop that. So with everything, the ASS being too tight and that C line getting wrapped around, that combination is what did it. Now, kind of back to our Memorial weekend, what was going on is Jade was complaining that it was always pulling to the right. And Jade was working with somebody else. And they were measuring their A lines. Well, instead of loosening an A line to equal them out, I think what happened, I'm not 100% sure, is they tightened one of the A lines. And Jade, you don't know what you don't know. Now, any A assist should not be flown after adjustment without a hang point. And that's where things were not done, is there was no hang test done to check the how tight the A assists were. So that is kind of frustrating, but that's where problems kind of started. And when we came back here, the other problem is having the C line wrapped around that pulley. Jade, do you have a picture of that? Oh, Jade.
That's what I was trying to tell you, is it didn't go through.
Okay. Maybe I can do that.
Right, you're dropping it again. Otherwise, you can try.
I don't think I can do it like that. Let me see. We're really prepared, I can tell.
Yeah, sorry.
Let me send this to my computer.
I'm gonna say Nightbot's right. Trikes rock. Because the trike that I was flying, I think, did me a lot.
Yeah, so we have pictures of Jade's trike when after the accident. Let me see here. And the trike really did save her life, believe it or not. You know, and it's funny listening to people talk about different trikes and stuff like that. If she was in a foot launch unit that has a bolt-on trike, she wouldn't be here. Let's see. I'm going to try to do this again. And I don't think that worked. Let me try that.
Go back to that again, Eric, and then just click a different tab.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So this right here is a charger, Mac Paracharger riser. And right here are those two pulleys that we talk about. Well, her C line got wrapped around this pulley, and all it is a piece of nylon that hooks to the pulley. But the pulley didn't, like, it wouldn't allow that C line to come undone. It actually trapped it in there. Now, the only way we figured this out, and when I say we've talked to a few paramotor people, but the main one that helped us figure this out was Paul down at Mad City Paragliding. He's the one that I did training with. He was up here the day after Jade's accident. We told him on Sunday night, and he was up here Monday. But the line got caught around this, and when she was coming down, either right before she hit or right after she hit, that sea line actually snapped. There was that much pressure on that line. And it happened that we figured it out because by the time Paul came up for the second time for our fly-in that we do right before Oshkosh, I've already replaced that line, and I have taken Jade's wing for a flight to see if I could figure anything out, because I couldn't figure anything out. I really didn't know that she had that line wrapped around here. There was a lot of unknowns and questions, but I wanted to find out for myself, was it the wing? It wasn't a manufacturer defect. It was just something that Jade missed, and that line got wrapped around this pulley. But exactly from where that sea line hooks into the malleon down to that pulley was exactly where it broke. And that's how we figured out that is where that's what happened. So
James has got a question. Not a check pilot, but could you just connect the riser to the trike with A-assist hooked in and just grab the lines and pull them skyward to see if there's enough slack or not? If there's no,
are you talking to make hang check? Okay. I'm sure there's a way. I wouldn't do it that way. Because you want to make sure that everything with the trike hanging is, because those A assists hook from your A toggle and then they run forward about 8 to 12 inches on a different location. So that's why you want to make sure that the trike is perfectly where it's supposed to be on your hang test, and then you adjust your A assist. I see ducks, but since those are for low hang points, could you take them off? Absolutely. Or high hang points. Absolutely. You don't need them. But there again, you don't know what you don't know. I did not know that those were for low hang points until I started doing some research. And you want to make sure that you're just not going to cut off a part of your riser. You want to make sure that it's something that it's okay to cut off. And yes, now I know what it's for, and you can cut it off. Yeah, James, I do that with the A assist to make sure they're not too tight. Yep, absolutely. But you have to have a good starting reference to do that, because I do that with the tandems. When I do tandems, I put them straight up, make sure it's not too tight, because we have adjustable A assists for our different weights for our passengers. And it's very easy to do, but it's also very easy to screw up. If you are running just a tandem or just a trike and you fly the same trike every time, then you don't have to adjust anything. Everything's already pre-adjusted. You're good. The only time you would actually check that out with a hang check is if you're changing wings or something like that. So, but anyways, yeah, that's where things are. And after Jade went down, Dan that was with us or with me, he said, call 911. Jade just went down. And it took me a second to register that, because I'm like, what do you mean Jade went down? Jade's a good pilot. Jade's very safe. She doesn't fly in bad weather. how is this possible? And he took off, and I took off behind him. And when we got to Jade, she was actually turtled in her trike. And she hit the road entering the airport, and she bounced about 8 feet onto the grass on the edge of our hangars. And that's where she ended up resting. And she was still conscious. And Dan kept saying, Eric, call 911. And there again, that took a second for me to register. Jade is literally hurt. I thought I was going to get the truck, put Jade into the truck, and take off. So I did call 911. I don't really remember that phone call. And all of a sudden I look up and Deweese was there. And that's, I think, made it easier for me, because I don't think I was in the right frame of mind. Because I mean, I didn't know what to do at that point in time. I mean, I saw Jade. She had one leg kind of pointing in one direction, one foot pointing in another direction. And I noticed that her face was cut, and all I saw was the face cut, and making sure that that wasn't, excessively bleeding. So, but anyways, and that's, I guess, I look up, Deweese was there. Dan and Deweese were kind of doing things. I was trying to do as much as I could. About that time, one of the neighbors that lives by the airport showed up, and he is a first responder, and he was just asking me for tools. And it's kind of like, okay, now you're talking my language, I can help here. So I was able to get him tools so we can get the bars kind of peeled away from Jade, so the ambulance can actually pull her out of the trike. And that's kind of what I did. So I know not too many people has seen that video, and I don't know if any has seen that video with sound. Deweese, you might have. But I absolutely refuse to have that video with the sound, because when Jade was setting up the show on Monday and she sent it to my computer with sound, I heard it. I immediately deleted it and said, send me one without sound, because it makes me sick to my stomach to hear it. So, but that's the video you guys saw.
Any questions at all?
I'm sorry.
I don't
What?
know.
I'm sorry.
Just asking if there's any questions. I guess there's something choppy. We gotta do something with the internet.
Yeah, if you guys have questions
I have a
about
question.
it, as I said,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
Do you think that the sea line being caught on the pulley, do you think that was just a fluke, or was it caused by something else, or maybe the likelihood of it happening was increased because of the slack with the ASS pulling too tight? Do you have any theories on why this happened with the sea line?
The sea line was around the pulley when she laid out the wing. So that was pilot error.
Mm.
It was, and the thing is when you lay these out and hook the lines over the line holders, everything kind of lays on top of, you have your A's and B's that are on top of your C's. So that's why I think she didn't see it. is everything was laid on top of it. And, you know, we do our best to kind of make sure everything is straight coming out of the riser, going back to our line holder and going back to the wing. And I think that just got missed. So,
yeah, I think with doing this, repeatedly over time, it's easy to overlook little things like making sure when you pull those lines tight, you want to look as close to the risers as possible, not just the lines where they go on the brackets. And it's easy to miss them because, as you said, they are piled up on top of each other, and there's so much going on within the risers. So yeah, and it sounds like, as you said, like one may have been recoverable, but with both issues happening at the same time, perfect storm.
that's what it exactly was, is the perfect storm. So me just trying to figure out things. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but Randy and Deweese, they come up in the summertime and they were up here. And I usually do things sneakily. And I went out to the airport without anybody knowing it, and I flew Jade's wing. And I went up in the air, got a lot of altitude, and I grabbed the sea line to see what would happen. And I pulled down on it. Oh, guess what? Nothing happened. You know, I pulled it down the approximate length that hers was pulled, and nothing happened. So it was just a combination of the angle of attack on the right hand side with that sea line hooked in, and the angle of attack on the left hand side with being able to create lift is what put her into the spiral. So that's where the issues all came. And that's why we want this out there so people learn. We've gotten a lot of, not a lot of grief, but I've heard comments, why isn't this on the USPPA website? It will be. There's reasons that we haven't put it on there. But we will put it on there, and we will put a link maybe for the video. It's just right now we're just trying to keep this not really quiet, because we're putting it out there publicly for people to learn from. Let's just say when Jade's healed and no more doctor's appointments and things, it'll be out there. So
Jeremy, excuse me, Jeremy is asking, question for both of us. How are you guys doing in general? Lots of life recovery the last few months. You guys stay positive. Anything your friends can do to help? Well, I'm doing okay. I'm not a patient, and this has taken god awful long. I'm so done with it. I can go back to work Tuesday as long as everything's okay with the doctor's appointment on Monday when I see the surgeon again. I did, on a good note, call and tested the surgeon's office, and I did get into a walking boot, but last night I think I overdid it and was on my foot for about an hour, and now I can't even look at my foot. It hurts so bad today. But I'm using crutches and physical therapy. I'm riding the bike, getting my new knee that I had a year ago back in shape to bend. There's some things, I think sometimes I have a hard time talking. I have a hard time, I would say, remembering things sometimes. I told Eric the other day I was driving and I was at the intersection. We live in a small town. I was going to physical therapy and it was just a one side T intersection. And I said, those intersections seem to just go fast for me right now. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't drove in a while. But, I don't know what that's about. Not on any medications anymore. So, I mean, I'm taking other things like gabapentin for nerve pain and, you know, stuff like that. But, I don't know. Eric, how are you? Eric?
Okay, yep, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. You're really choppy.
That's what I'm saying.
How am I? I'm doing okay. You know, I mean, it's been very frustrating. Well, first, let me start by saying that first we had Randy and Deweese, and they were up here, and thank God that they were here. And then I think it was a week or 2 weeks after the accident. I might have my time wrong. We had Wendy and Justin Weaver. They came up, and everybody's been such a big help. So I can't say that I didn't have the help. I mean, everybody's just been huge. The paramotor community has been absolutely wonderful, except for the fact that now I have so many pink flamingos around this house. I'm going to give them back to you at fly-ins when I see you guys. But you guys were reaching out to Jade every day. She had somebody reaching out to her, which helped her, which is nice. As far as, around the house, because Wendy and Justin went home and Randy and Deweese went home. And then there's just Jade and I, and we're like, okay, now we got to do this on our own. And it has been tough, but we're managing. You just do. You figure out ways to do things. You just figure out ways to just continue moving forward. So, and as I said, Jade, or as she said, Jade hasn't been working. She does get to go back to work on the 12th, and that'll keep her mind, I think, healing that way, because idle time isn't good for anybody for like recovery. So I think her getting back to school will really help her get back into a better mental place. Now there's things, I've noticed with Jade, besides the handicapped aspect of it, the limping and wheelchair and stuff like that. I noticed that, I'll tell her something and she doesn't remember and she will ask again, but then I'll say, oh, remember when I said, and she'll be like, oh yeah. So that's nothing that I blame on the accident. I think it's just, we both have so much going through our heads right now that when we talk, I don't think some of it we retain. So, and I'm sure that goes for me too, because she talks to me and I'm sure I don't listen all the time, but that was way before the accident. So, I mean, it's just a matter of we're both doing all right. Do we plan on doing fly-ins again? Yes. do we plan on continue flying? Jade says that she doesn't want to fly paramotors anymore. That'll be a decision that she will ultimately make. I will tell you that there was a paramotor and wing donated to Jade from one of my past students' sons, and it was his father's, and his father passed away from COVID right after his solo. So that wing and trike buggy was in our hangar, and he messaged me and he goes, I want to donate that to Jade. Martin Hathaway made and sent up a new Flamingo fender because hers got damaged. I mean, the community has been so supportive. And the thing is we don't want to see anybody else out there get this hurt, because honestly, if Jade wasn't in the trike, like I said, we wouldn't be having this conversation. She was very high up and in a locked in spiral, and there was really nothing that she could do. So
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
might be a little better.
Okay. So, yeah, everybody's asking if I was going to fly again. And after spending 32 days in the hospital, I can't right now. I can't do it because I can't even walk yet. And my femur's not healing properly on the right side. And then I've got my left foot. I'm trying to go through. Hi, Ed. Thank you. Yes, I need all the positive energy from everybody. It's been awesome that you guys have all been sending me good vibes. Scuba, you made a comment about what I was saying. I was going down. It wasn't an uh-oh. They said one word and I was able to hear it, and that was the last. And then I started screaming because I wasn't sure if Ann and Eric saw that I was going down, and it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and the airport's out in the middle of nowhere. And I wasn't sure they were going to know that I went down because I was on the opposite side of the hangars, away from them, where our hangar door opened to the east, and I was way on the far west end of the hangars. Trying to go through.
I would have found you when I came through.
Say that again.
I would have found you when I came through.
Right, as I was laying
By the road.
off the road. You know, and I do remember thinking, because Sean just had his partner Butch Flag go into the trees, and I do remember thinking, should I take the trees? But it was like white pine scrubby trees, and it's like, one, it was, and I do remember even Butch, I think, saying, I knew I was going to get crap from people, and that was going through my head. And two, all I kept thinking I was going to go down and play Plinko, and it's like, what's going to hold up me, a moster, a trike, on those scrubby white pine branches? It's like, I think I would have fell through them, and then, well, your wing would have got caught up on them. Yeah. So makes me feel bad there that I didn't take the trees, but I could have gotten injured trees too.
Yep, could have. You just don't know. A a lot of people has asked if Jade will ever do general aviation. And, you know, she's going to have to choose if she wants to do that.
I was doing sport pilot before this happened, the winter before, but right now I can't even, it doesn't pay to test because once I would start my training, I think John said it's 2 years to, once I pass the written, I have 2 years to get the flying down. But it's like, I don't know if my feet can handle the rudders right now. So I'm starting to think, Sean, that maybe because I do love being in the plane, maybe your original of just teaching me some basics in case something happens. So, oh, Daniel, good thing here. Don't beat yourself up. I do. I wake up every morning wondering what happened. I do every day. I thought I was good this summer, and then just recently Eric got me flying remote control airplanes, and just for something for us to both do. And sat there and stared at my trike, and I had a breakdown on the way home. So okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, this is better.
Were you able to hear me at all, what I just said? Okay.
I can't hear anything.
No. Deweese, can you talk?
Yes, I can talk.
Okay. We couldn't hear you when you acknowledged.
Oh, I was muted.
Okay.
I just wanted to say thank you to Wendy, the Explorer, and to, let's see, who else was it? Somebody else. My computer is dead, the one I'm answering people in the chat. But Wendy said thank you for Randy and I for helping out, and somebody else. I'm trying to find it on the chat. I'll find it in a minute. But I wanted to acknowledge it.
Yeah, so, well, go
Angie
ahead.
Drum?
Angie Drum, that's who it was. Yeah. Thank you for acknowledging our helping Jade and Eric out. I appreciate it.
But Wendy, Wendy and Justin were there also. They helped out.
Yeah, they were there.
So thank you to them too. But as I said, the whole paramotor community has been
Awesome.
very supportive. And I think that's what actually keeps Jade going is, getting the comments and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And when she was in the hospital, every day there were people calling or sending gifts or sending letters or something constantly. She was getting, some kind of something from people from the paramotor community. It was just awesome. The amount of people that were so caring about Jade. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I've got so much flamingo stuff. I don't know what to do with you guys. I've got
Those
Very
big
cool.
giant flamingo things we carried down the hall of the hospital.
Yeah, that was
Your brand is too strong, Jade. That's what's happening.
It was just amazing. I couldn't believe it.
yeah. Those flamingos are on each side of the Christmas tree, and those are from Wallow and Ariana from Florida.
That flamingo blanket that the nurses were wearing.
Yep, it's right behind me.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. It was just amazing. I mean, all the gifts that you got, it was just awesome. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And with Martin Hathaway that does, all the fenders and air cooling shrouds and stuff, it's like he sent me another one and it just made me cry. I'm like, don't send me another one. And him and he still checks in with me and I check in with him, a couple times a month. And
yeah, it's just so awesome to see how much people care about you.
Well, the other thing is, so yeah, Martin sent that. We got the frame donated. Jade has a trike that is put together. It's all done. I put it together to make sure that it's safe. It does need to have a hang test done and its first flight. And then, as I said, Jade will have to decide if she wants to take on paramotoring or if it's just going to get hung up in the hangar.
Yeah. Well, and kudos to Chad Bastian for building such an awesome trike. I fly trike buggy, and they are some awesome trikes, I'm going to tell you.
Yep. And I actually reached out to Chad.
Yeah.
And let him know what happened. And he wanted pictures, and I sent him some pictures and measurements and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time that this has happened where somebody has survived in one of those trikes. So
I'll tell you, if anybody saw the crash that she was in, they would know she would have not survived that crash if she'd have been in anything else except a trike buggy.
Yeah.
And trust me, there's days I hate to say it, I wish I didn't make it for all the pain I went through, but
there'll come a day, Jade, that you will not remember the pain. You'll remember the crash, but you won't remember the pain. That pain will be gone. It's not now, but there'll come a time when you won't remember the pain.
Yeah. I hope so.
I think you should answer Ed's question.
What's that?
I think you should answer Ed's question. I think it's the best question you've received.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, the strangest flamingo.
Sure, you got a lot of weird ones.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to
I love that you're looking around the room. Are you like surrounded by flamingos right now?
Yes.
And that's what she's doing. She's looking around. Okay, let's see what I got. And she's scanning the room for all these flamingos.
All the weirdos.
She got a flamingo basket that was full of stuff.
I've got my
There it is, yeah.
And it was full of stuff. And it's like, I got home from the hospital and I was just like, like baby showers and weddings, people are there writing stuff down. I don't know what people got me and I apologize. And
we were taking stuff home we took home stuff for a week before she came home from the hospital. We were carrying stuff home in the truck for a week.
I was walking through the hospital like that with a flamingo bag and a big flamingo metal chicken.
Nice.
2 of them. Deweese had one.
Yeah,
and
this is what.
Oh my goodness. I want to tour that room.
Oh man.
Walk
a
around.
room first. Let's see. Tony's in here. Thank you, sir, for joining. And Daniel, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
What does Tony say? Jade, maybe start off with a tandem. Those scare me.
And she wants to drive. She doesn't want to ride.
And and with my legs sticking out, broken, and my foot, I need to be completely healed first, because when we went down our second year down to Bad Apples, my knee was still not bending the best after knee surgery, and I did not like being in that front seat.
Yeah, but that's a possibility. And she even said that she would probably go on a tandem when she's healed up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You
And
know,
you
and
don't have
it's-
to make any decisions right now. It's just one day at a time.
Yep, that's it.
Yep. And just like the general aviation stuff, you know, she may choose to go ahead and continue and move forward and get her sport pilot. She's going to have to get her own plane because she crashes things and not my plane. But anyways, no, she would, for her license, she would have to buy a different plane because mine, unless they do go through changing the rules. But anyways, yeah, she may continue to do general aviation. Who knows? Right now, I got her flying the remote control airplane, so it's at least something she can do when we go out to the airport. But
And Ben says, from the right angle, Eric looks a bit like a flamingo.
I'm starting to. I trust me.
It's all that flamingo chicken meat you're eating.
Right.
Right? Karen, I know you want to fly. I want to meet all my friends again and more. That's what this show does, is brings everybody together, and I love it. So,
Well, and nothing keeps you from going to to fly-ins.
right. And scuba, no flamingo toilet seat. That's a good idea.
You could at least get a pink one.
And Eric wouldn't go in there.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to join in on the conversation here now that we're pretty much done with it? I will.
Yeah, come on in.
Just remember to log in with Google or Foxfire or Firefox. The code is out there. Yes, Walter, I'd love to meet you in Australia. Yeah, and Wallow, he makes me nervous flying. I don't know how his wife does it.
Oh, Wallow?
Yeah, he's one badass flyer. So we can put 10 on the screen if you guys want to join us. So come on in.
Thank you for sharing with us, Jade.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad it's over. And don't put me on Tucker's video. I don't want to be a...
Yeah, oh no. Because he'll scrutinize everything.
So let's... Oh, I got to log back into my computer for a second that has the bad internet, because we need to do the spin wheel.
Hi, Angie.
Hi.
How are you?
Present.
Present.
I thought she said pregnant.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, it's still live.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I thought we were in the chat thing. I'm
No,
so
we're
sorry,
live.
guys.
It's okay.
That's about how it's going. Yeah, no, that factory was shut down a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's been a haul. When you are trying, I'm literally at this point collecting ologists and diagnosis, like Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards.
Because it seems like, there's more and more and more and more. And so it's been.
Okay, we're going to do the spinny names.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For a keychain. Here we go.
All right. Travis, you're going to win, Travis. Oh,
Ryan.
sorry.
Good job.
It's rigged. I'm sorry, Travis.
All right.
Now I see the thing down below where it says, "You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you." Would have been nice to see that earlier.
Oh,
And then there's Chuck. Hi, Chuck.
I'm really proud of you guys so much for your vulnerability, and you had over 50 people on tonight, and I hope you know that we all love and support you, and we're here with you along the journey.
Thank you.
hey, Scuba.
Absolutely.
Hey, I think everybody should get one of these stickers and put
Yes.
it on their trike. Just saying, just in honor of Jade, everybody needs one of these stickers on their trike. That's the least you can do.
Heck yeah.
Yep. It's a good sticker.
It is.
I just haven't flown again yet on my trike, but as soon as I do, it's going on there.
That was the first question Eric said. Why isn't it on your trike?
I just haven't got around to it. But I'm keeping it pristine until it goes on there.
Okay. Hello, Chuck.
It seemed like it happened so fast. I don't think there was much you could do. I've seen a lot of trikes, they actually have their A-lines on alligator clips. So as soon as they get in the air, they just take the alligator clips and move them back, which is fine. But I don't even know if you can do that on the trike buggy. But I mean, there wasn't a lot you could do. That happened so quick. I don't even know where my brain would have went.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so crazy. I probably would have tried to jump out of the trike. I can make it if I jump out. Yeah.
Oh. Daniel, I want you on the show sometime when you're not so busy. So thank you, Tony, for showing up. I appreciate it. And all of the rest of you, too. I appreciate it. And Karen.
Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm all flashy.
Good to see you, Karen.
Good to
Yeah.
see you too. I was surprised to see you on tonight. I was like, oh, God is on.
I'm here for support.
Yep.
Wouldn't miss it.
Walter, send me your address on Messenger, and I'll send you a flamingo sticker. Daniel's got a question. He's asking, yes, I did have a reserve. Yes, I thought about it, but from where I was, I didn't look like I was
No,
as
you
high
had
as
no
what the
time.
video showed.
Yeah, you had no time.
Yeah, no time.
But yes, I did. I mean, I can't believe all the stuff that went through my head. So, you know, and it's like I've tried being such a good pilot too. It just sucks. And I just don't want it to happen to any of you. So,
Ever since you told me what happened, I always triple check my lines and I triple check my A assist.
yeah, good.
Yeah, that's something everybody should do. But it only takes that one little mistake, you know, to end up with a really bad problem.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
Luckily, most of the mistakes I've made, I was still on the ground. Once you get in the air, you know, it's a little bit more dire of a situation.
And I looked at the video the other day, and I wish, because right as the wing came up, you could see that dimple in there, and I wish I would have just aborted right there and came right back down. But
I don't know that you had time to come back down. Did you have a place to land when you noticed it?
no, I was heading towards the hangars, and I was, as you could see, I was trying to lean this way to the left,
Mm.
And I knew that, and I was pulling down as hard as I could on my left, and you got the motor wants to turn to the right, and it's like, and then when I did turn, that's just when it went into the spiral. So
Somebody's
Jade,
laundry
I have
done.
Wallow waiting to be let in if you want to.
oh, who is?
Wallow?
Oh,
Well,
Wallow.
we
Where is he?
got more people.
I don't see him.
Are we still broadcasting or is it private?
No,
Yeah.
it's
Hello,
not.
Linda.
I don't see Wallow.
No. Well, I'm going to say, look up real quick who we have for next week. And I'll tell you that. And so next week is Natalie
Hi, Linda.
Kelly. She's the CEO of Fly Girl Products and Fly Girl. She does I'm not sure if she still does it or if she had done it, a podcast for general aviation. And she's got the Fly Girl apparel. So we'll get to question her on that and ask her how she got into flying. And if anybody wants to join in on our show sometime, could use some spots to fill on the calendar coming up. But I'm going to switch computers again. And if you guys want to, oh boy, hang on. Now my computer died. I got to log back in because I want to show my outro.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Linda.
How are you tonight, Linda?
If I was any better, you know, how I you know me, I can't put in words when you say, "How are you?"
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Scuba, hi, Scuba.
Hello.
Oh, I missed you since Monday.
I've been working. I don't know. I want a big comfy chair like Jade's got. Look at that thing. Big
No.
old fluff chair. I like that.
Just in my lovely hoodie loungies. No dressing up, you know, because I'm not on the clock. So see, I can just
Oh no,
you know, hang out with
Karen's
y'all.
doing the thing.
Yeah.
My mom made me take crochet when I was in school.
I'm knitting. Yes, I'm knitting.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
knitting. Okay. Well, yeah, I had to take crochet class.
2 days.
I'm knitting a sweater.
Oh gosh, I haven't done that since I was like in my gosh, junior high, I think, or something. Yeah. What a sheltered life, right? After school, my friends and I would meet up at a house, watch our favorite soap operas, and then get our knitting. And then we start with our little knitting needles.
How long will it take you to finish that sweater?
Well, I mean, I got to do 16 inches of this. This took me maybe 2 nights, maybe. I do it while I'm watching TV or something. So it might take me a week.
What are you
Not bad.
making?
A sweater.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you the sweater I'm making.
All right. Well, before you do that, or
Yeah.
you want to show it real quick to everybody?
Can you see it?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's cute.
We're all gonna. Did anybody else come in here?
Oh, Wallow is still waiting to be let in, but I don't know if he's in the right place.
I don't think
Nope,
he's in the right
he's
place.
not. All right, we're gonna say goodnight, and I hope to see you all next week. And I please fly safe, and please check your stuff.
I'm like, Angie, oh, wait, oh, we're live.
Good night, Linda.
Live.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
We gonna take it, 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 gonna take it. make it